Well, we stay in France because the tomb of the former French Justice Minister Robert Badinter, who is set to be inducted into the country's Pantheon National Monument this Thursday, has been vandalised in a cemetery close to the French capital. Paris officials then saying inscriptions discovered by police denounce Badinter's commitment against the death penalty and those in favour of the decriminalisation of homosexuality. Well, later today, then, the French President Emmanuel Macron will inaugurate a cenotaph in Badinter's memory at the Pantheon. The former Justice Minister died last year, aged 95. He'll join the likes of the philosopher Voltaire, the writer Victor Hugo and scientists Pierre and Marie Curie at the monument. Antonia Kerrigan brings us more. Antonia, the Pantheon then awaiting Robert Badinter this evening. There's no higher honour in the French Republic than this, is there?
No, and indeed, Robert Badinter is honoured today for his one main ambition of his life, and that's the one that's written on the front of the building behind me. That is that the French justice should never again be a justice system that kills. Abolishing the death penalty was his crowning achievement, and it wasn't just a political battle, it was also a personal battle. He eventually abolished capital punishment as the Justice Minister, but that was the culmination of this campaign. As a lawyer, he took on the cases of various detainees who were facing the death penalty, and he never got over that he didn't manage to spare Roger Bontemps. He said the day of that man's execution, magistrates to him looked more like murderers. It was a deeply personal cause for him, and after that, subsequently, he took on other cases and spared others, the guillotine. But his life story is also remarkable for another reason. He is remembered as the son and grandson of Jews deported from France and exterminated in the camps during the 1940s. And he later, as the Justice Minister, was the man who saw the Nazi war criminal Klaus Barbie extradited to France and brought to justice for crimes against humanity in the French courts. Klaus Barbie was also the man personally responsible for the deportation and extermination of Badinter's own father. We've spoken to a number of people here today, some who are old enough to remember his glory days in the 1980s, others who have only read about him. We spoke most memorably to Françoise, who has travelled to Paris to be here for this event today. She said there was never any question of her attendance, and she says this event, an opportunity to remember Robert Badinter amidst the current turmoil France is going through, is an opportunity to remember, a pleasant reminder that France has been and can still be sometimes a great country to be proud of.
Well, Antonia, as we speak, we can see the kind of final preparations taking place behind you. That ceremony then to honour Robert Badinter set to begin in just under 2 hours. Talk us through what we can expect in terms of how the programme will be carried out today.
Yes, well, his coffin has lain in state at the Constitutional Council, an institution he once presided for the last 24 hours. It will soon leave the Constitutional Council and make its way towards the Pantheon and process up the avenue just next to me to the building behind me. With the procession, we will hear extracts from the writings of Victor Hugo, another fervent defender of human rights and opponent of the death penalty from many, many decades earlier. We'll also hear excerpts from Robert Badinter's book, The Execution, and we'll hear a song entitled The Murdered Murderer. The President will then make a short speech, and a show reel of Robert Badinter's life will be projected onto the Pantheon. It's also worth remembering that today, the 9th of October, the date was not chosen randomly. Today is the 44th anniversary of the day that the death penalty was definitively abolished in France. The coffin will then enter the Pantheon, which is the secular mausoleum, as we mentioned, for those men and women to whom the Republic owes a debt of gratitude.
All right, Antonia, we'll be checking in with you later on in the programme. For now, though, thanks very much indeed.